Well, it's been a wild weekend.
Yeah, it has.
I feel like I got hit with a fire hose of information about drumming.
Right?
And I am gobsmacked at how much we have in common.
Yeah.
Like the Albanic thing and
Yep.
Butch Norton and
Kalani.
Yeah. And just all these things that come together.
Yeah.
It was
It's a really small world when you're a musician.
It is.
So, how did we meet?
How did we meet?
Yeah, first of all, your name is Roseanne Musser.
Musser. Yes.
And you're from Ottawa, Ontario.
Yep.
Yeah. And how did we meet?
Well, let's go back to how I actually heard about you. So, Kalani Das, who is my main drum teacher, he did a review of your Wabi Sabi CD, and as soon as I heard it, I thought, I need to get that. And the cool thing was when I bought the music, you communicated with me directly, like through email, and that's I guess that's how we met.
Right.
It was through that, yeah. And then I found out you lived in Syracuse, and then so that will be in my bond. It was like, Syracuse is only 3 hours from Ottawa. We have to get together sometime. And
Sure.
Here we are.
And here we are, yeah.
Yeah.
So yesterday was our first actual meeting, and
Yes.
what we did was we went to the Northup Drum Museum in Oneonta, New York.
Mm-hmm.
And what an incredible experience. They've got all these vintage drum sets all the way from the 1900s to the 1950s, all the way up to the 1960s. And all of these drum kits that have beautiful artwork on the front of the bass drum, and the old style where they have the temple blocks on top, and the Chinese tom-toms.
Chinese toms.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What was one of your favorite parts of that tour?
I think my favorite part was that Tim Northup really went out, like put his all into it, and got drum kits that Buddy Rich played, right?
Yeah.
Like these are, and not only that, but he only picked like the best quality he could find so that we could come in and actually sit down and play.
Yeah. Isn't that so cool?
That was astounding. Yeah.
He said that most museums have things behind red rope that you're not allowed to touch, but actually everything was set up to play and was welcoming to play.
Yes.
So that was really cool.
Yeah.
My favorite part was the extra percussion accessories that he had behind the glass encasing there, and all the different things like the handheld hi-hat clapper things.
Oh, those are so cool. Yeah.
He had the Lions box, which...
Oh, the sound effect machine. Yeah, the little box that sounds like a lion or a bear roaring.
Yeah.
And the dog bark.
Yeah, and all sorts of stuff. And I love just being able to, as soon as... I'm not a jazz drummer or a swing drummer by any means, but the first thing I wanted to do when I sat behind them was play of the era they were from.
Yeah.
And which was... I'm a match grip player, but I immediately went to traditional grip. Why, I have no idea, but it just it fell into me. And to play those drum sets, they sounded like what we want to hear, but the drum sets of today are not capable of reproducing those sounds. And I don't know what it is. I don't think Tim knew what it was either, but something about those drums that just sound so good. And it's all in the way that you tune them. There's no muffling on the drums, and they sound exactly like what you want to hear. But yeah, that was an amazing experience. Thank you for bringing this.
Oh, you're very welcome. And thanks to Gary for his heroic driving.
Yes.
That was a heck of a drive.
Yes,
out
thank
to
you, Gary.
like nowhere.
So you guys made the trek down from Ottawa
Yes.
to Syracuse, and then we drove to Oneonta.
Yeah.
And that was yesterday. So today what we did was you had your first drum set lesson.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Yeah,
I
it was really fun.
absolutely loved it.
Well, it was fun to teach you and to show you just a little bit about, what the ins and outs of drumming.
Yeah, it was such a different experience from hand drumming, which is what I'm used to have the sticks and usually with hand drumming, you're playing one. That moth
We're
really
outside
likes you,
right
yeah.
now. Yeah.
That moth likes you. With hand drumming, you're playing normally just one thing at a time. Like you're playing a djembe or you're playing maybe a set of congas or bongos or whatever. But with the kit, it's like stepping into the fourth dimension where you have, your feet are working and your hands are working and you've got all these things in front of you. So that was pretty mind blowing. But
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. It was great.
Well, for me, it's the exact opposite, where I'm the drum set player, so going into hand percussion is the fourth dimension for me. And still, it was absolutely awesome
Yeah.
to be able to do that. So we played in the backyard here a little bit, and I got to try out your oval drum. What do you call that drum?
The maker calls it a shaman drum, but it's really a type of hoop drum, which is a drum where the skin is stretched over a frame, usually circular, but this one's oval, and then it's tied on with lacing, like a rawhide lacing.
Yeah.
Tied on that way, yeah.
It's really interesting.
It's
and,
yeah.
And then also, what did you think about playing my invented instrument that I call the hammer slide?
The hammer slide was so cool. I was messing with it after we were all done and you were in the house, and I was messing around with it, trying to get different sounds out of it, and you can do incredible things with it. Like with the, I played with the little steel, what do you got, slider?
Slide piece, yeah.
Slide piece, yeah.
Which is basically just a broken cymbal stand.
Okay. I might have to make one of those for myself.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be too hard.
It's not too difficult. I just basically, one of my biggest influences, as you just found out, is Harry Partch, a composer from the 19th or 20th century that would invent his own instruments. And so basically, I went into the basement and I just looked around for what was hanging around not being used. So I found a big piece of wood, and I took apart my dad's old guitar, took the tuning knobs off, and took these wires and just stretched them across, and you can also put cans under them to act as resonators, and moving the cans in different places gives you different effects and stuff like that. But very good. It was so nice to have you over and to jam with you, because I don't usually get a chance to play with another percussionist, especially one that's got their chops down the way that you do.
Well,
so
thank you. Yeah, I've never actually sat down and jammed with anybody before. I don't know any drummers in Ottawa who would do that sort of thing.
Right.
We've done drum circles a few times, and it's mostly people who don't really know how to play drums, and they just want to have that community involvement.
Yeah. I think that's really what it's all about,
Yeah.
is the community aspect of drumming and the way it brings people together. Because the instrument itself, any percussion instrument, is easy to pick up. Like you can just strike something, rather than another instrument where you may have to learn chords and all that stuff. But with a drum, you just hit it and you're making sounds. So I really love that, and I think that's the best thing about it.
Yeah.
Especially when, like with us, we're 3 hours away from each other, and being able to have you come down here to the States is a real blessing. So thank you for coming down.
Oh, you're very welcome. And we will be doing this again, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rosie Musser and
It's Musser.
Musser, sorry. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.